Hey everybody, just like to welcome you to our channel. We do this thing once in a while. It's not every day that we go live. Have another channel that we could probably put it in the script if anybody want to listen to. Big shout out to Oh My Gosh TV. Big shout out to UGUE brothers. Big Rob and Big Joe. Love them. Stay strong. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a mayor right now to give them a shout out, but it's a shout out. But literally, we do everything on our channel from showing you everyday life to just anything, But most of all, what we do is I'm considered what is an empath. I have the sensitivity level where I can feel things around me and I can see things happening before they happen. Unfortunately, the world is not created to understand this type of thing, but it's all right. That's the type of world we're living in today, and that's what I'm trying to get into today. There's a lot of things in the world that's going on right now that some of us say we can't explain. We don't know how it happens. Um, we have no recollection. We have no sense of what we do when we do it. But there's a lot of struggles going on right now in the world between good and evil. And if we believe in that whole justification of good and evil, then you will know what was going on. Um, I can't bring it to you enough where I say that there is a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't really see, people don't really understand, and it's kind of hard for people to understand because they don't go through it on an everyday basis. But there are people that go through it on an everyday basis, and we come into circumstances, we come into situations, serendipity, coincidence. There's a lot of things in the universe that nobody can really explain scientifically or physically, and that's what I'm here for. That's what my channel is, and that's what I put on my channel, like things in real life, things that go through. You might see a couple of orbs going through my channel, or you might see things that I may not see. I am a big fan. Oh my gosh, TV. Um, he's been doing it for quite a while. UGUE brothers, they've been doing it too. Patty, oh, there's a lot of people out there that do this for a living, And I'm not trying to do it for a living. I'm just trying to bring it to a better physical manifestation and representation. And um, I don't know. There's a lot of things. I know there's only one view right now, but if you have a question, ask me. I could be more than happy to answer it for you. If it comes down into that perspective, um, I've been many in situations where my life depended on a left or right turn, and I took that right turn. The left turn ended up being the worst turn in my life, or I could be gone for a week. I'm not the best man in the world. I'm not a saint. I've never said that. I am a thief. I am a liar. I am a murderer. I did everything against the commandments, Um, but why am I still here? A lot of us have that survivor's guilt. A lot of us have that wondering why are we still here, and it's kind of crazy to fucking doubt it. But why are we still here? We still have a purpose. As grimy as it sounds, we still have to suffer. We still have to go through that. You know, um, there's a lot of things we could say, a lot of things we could do, but in all actuality, all we have is this. I seen a meme the other day that it said that you only live once, so live for today. But it's kind of like contradicting because we live every day. We only die once. And that's what we got to get to, because there's a lot of people that have already gone through that. There's a lot of unexplained things. Like the main thing, everybody fucking forgets Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. There's a lot of visual, a lot of full body apparitions. There's a lot of people that seen a lot of things in one same point. But at the same time, there's no controversy on it. But then we see a haunted house over in fucking Utah or whatever. We got Zach Bagans. They do their big thing, and they do their ghost exploration. That's all love. We all see that fucking TV shit. But how about the real life shit? I got a couple of videos on my where there is some real life shit. There is some fucking drinking, some fucking having fun, and then we get down to the nitty gritty, and then they are. We can't push whatever we see on TV like it's fucking mainstream. Because then we get caught up in the middle. We get caught up in that same shit. It's just TV. It's just nonsense. It's just this. It's just that. And then we get blinded. We get deafened. We get deafened by that noise. So when we hear shit, when we see shit, it's like whatever. It's the wind. It's this. It's this. But scientifically, nothing has ever been proven. Like literally, everything we have from PS boxes to fucking EMF detectors, we gotta understand where that came from. The main man that developed the technology, which he lost his daughter, and then everything else, the initials and everything is based upon her. Never knocking that. I'm not knocking that situation. I'm not knocking the way he developed his technology. I'm just saying, if we're gonna put it down to the nitty gritty, if we're gonna explain the nitty gritty of life and death, we might as well acknowledge it from what it is. A lot of people in belief say that once you die, you can't. In the Bible it says, well, in the Bible that I'm understanding, the dead don't speak to the living. You know, they don't come back. Once you're dead, that's it. You go through your fucking three levels of fucking judgment. That's the three stages of death. You die. You go through the physical manifestation of death, which is pain, anguish, relentlessness. Like you gotta give up. You gotta get off that feeling of being a living person, and that's the hardest part. Which I think that brings a residual, the residual death. And then you got the ones that once you accept that one chamber, you're stuck in the middle. You're stuck in paradox. You're stuck in limbo, which doesn't become residual. It becomes a poltergeist. It becomes you notice you've died, but you don't want to cross over. And then you got the manifestation where you can control energy. Because remember, we all come from one sort of energy or another. We all come the same cylindrical, the same sphere. You know, life starts from a sphere. You start from a fucking embryo, 360 degrees, which Leonardo da Vinci described it in his paintings, but we never fucking try to break it down. You know, um, there's a lot of things that involve life and death that's more complicated than science, knowledge, or philosophy because nobody's ever been there. We have actual accounts of people that have died and have came back, but the stories are always different. I have a story when I died, and all I saw was darkness, and that's probably from the way that I was living because I was still acknowledging the fact that I'm not here. I was still acknowledging the fact that there was fear, that there was anger, that there was this, but it was just an empty black hole where I could hear every echo that I sounded, that I screamed, that I talked about. Um, and there's other people that say they gone to heaven and spoken to Jesus and came back and this and that. Well, I'll probably bring it back a little bit closer to the fact where I, regression wise, if I regress to the point where people try to regress back to, he was holding my hand, and I was blessed enough here. I was a blue baby. Let me give you the backstory. I was a blue baby, and I saw my family before I was even born. That's the only memory I have before birth. Walking through the clouds opening up, and having a choice between families. Something I never put out there, and I'll probably be criticized on that. But what criticism without belief? It would be belief without hope, without hope, and that's what I do. So I hold on to that. I hold on to that. I know everything I do has a purpose. Everything I do is going to have a consequence. Everything I do has some sort of ripple effect inside the universe, which we got to bring it back to. And I keep talking about this and I keep talking about that. All I know is we're living in a world right now where we can't differ. We can differ what is reality and what is social life. But that's unfortunately what they've trained us to be. And this is the only method that I could give to you to understand. Now, we've all been in that situation where we think it's serendipity, where we think it's fate, where we think it's this and that. But if we read, if we understand, if we actually put everything in effect, you will know it's beyond that. We all are gifted people, no matter if we're black, Asian, shit, every color of the spectrum. We are blessed with a knowledge that was not offered to us. It wasn't offered, it was given. And the reason why it was given, because there was a higher power. There was a higher power that fucking thought that hey, if we go on this, they're not gonna know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that control that. That control what me and you are seeing. Hey, you may see this video in half, you may see it in full. But there's a lot of things that control our everyday life, from relationships to addiction to everything else. And that's what I hope we could come together. And you could subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bar, and just even on this channel, you know what I'm saying? Because if they block me off this channel, I got another one. Because the truth hurts, man. The truth hurts a lot. And this is just me sending a shout out to the truth. I know you're there. So go ahead, do what you gotta do. Give your shout out. Love you. Love everybody.